So this is the multimodal display assignment for HCI Spring 2009, and my name is Michael Cressy. I chose the classic arcade game Space Invaders to discuss. This game was first released in 1978 and developed in Japan. I played this game on my computer in the late 80s and early 90s and actually got quite addicted to it. It's basically one of the earliest shoot-up games. What I didn't realize about this game was that it was a huge commercial success, and by 1980 it had grossed $3.8 billion, and it actually grossed over $13 billion in revenue over its life. Its gameplay is a simple two-dimensional game. You basically have 5 rows of 11 aliens which advance from the top to the bottom of the screen. The player controls a laser cannon by moving it horizontally across the bottom of the screen and firing at the descending aliens. The aim of the game is to destroy the invading aliens, which move back and forth across the screen as they advance. For every alien destroyed, you earn a fixed number of points. As the aliens are defeated, their movement and the game's audio both speed up. If you defeat all the aliens, another wave of 5 rows appear, which are more difficult and faster moving. As the aliens advance, they are also firing at the player, the laser cannon. If you are hit, a new game is started. You have 3 cannons to play. If the aliens reach the bottom of the screen, the invasion is successful and the player is destroyed. Periodically, a mystery ship will move across the top of the screen. If you can destroy it, you win bonus points. There are several stationary defense bunkers which gradually are destroyed by the blasts from the aliens or the players. The game layout. The primary mode of the game is visual, which conveys the layout and movement of the 5 rows of aliens, the position of the laser cannon and the barriers, the number of game lives left, as I said, you start with 3, and the scored points. The audio in the game is effectively used to convey the advancement and speed of the descending aliens, the firing of the laser cannon, which is quite loud, the destruction of an alien or the player, and the mystery ship, which has a unique sound. The challenges to the interface are how to convey the position and movement of the advancing alien ships who are firing upon the player, how also to convey the position of the laser cannon, including being able to hide behind the barriers, and how to stay ahead or behind the outside columns of the alien ships. How to aid in the accuracy of shooting the alien ships, including being able to target the mystery ship, and how to convey other information about the game. The design changes that we proposed were because what we found is during the Wizard of Oz test, we witnessed that there are just a lot of things to convey, and you had to convey them quickly, and you had to be able to process them quickly. So one idea I had was to create a digital assistant like a Clippy or a Siri or something that uses AI. And that would aid the player by offering positional information. It also might offer strategy information such as destroying rows versus columns. The assistant would attempt to compensate for the lack of visual cues. It would help convey the actual position of the ships and aid in targeting the ships. Another proposed design change would be to enhance the audio components. This would be to convey the direction of the moving alien ships from left to right or from right to left using pitch, for example. Use an audio warning to convey when the laser cannon was in the line of fire. Right now, that's just not done. The sound of the incoming missiles could perhaps be accentuated to provide the sense of advancement and proximity. Currently, the incoming missiles are silent. And as to the direction of travel, left or right, the user can memorize this based on which arrow keys were pressed. You might use audio to convey when the cannon had reached the side of the screen. The biggest issue I found with the game is it needs some sort of visual and audio cue for targeting, perhaps similar to the Star Wars targeting computer cue or a missile lock cue. This would aid in the ability to fire and destroy the advancing ships, taking into account that the ships are continuously moving from side to side while also advancing. Currently, To hit a ship, you have to anticipate firing the cannon in advance in order to hit the moving target. This is especially true of the mystery ship, which is at the top of the screen and moving at a relatively fast pace. And destroying the mystery ship is one of the things that's quite appealing in the game and more challenging. And that's the end of my proposal.